Well, this is not a bipartisan issue. That is, the IRS's politicization and abuse of power, the destruction of evidence. And by the way, the pleading of the Fifth by Lois Lerner and the destruction of evidence should demonstrate once and for all that there was criminal activity afoot, and that it didn't begin and end at the IRS and begin and end in Cincinnati. This goes into the White House. I've said this from day one. There's just way too many levels of cover-up here. This goes into the White House. And I bet you Obama was briefed about this at some pertinent point. Just so happens his campaign benefited from it. I mean, really, you have to be Helen Keller not to see this. And I say that with all due respect, or not to hear what's going on around you. But there's a montage put together by Grabian website of the Democrats today who were running interference. Earl Blumenauer of Oregon, Xavier Becerra, California, Mike Thompson, California, Richard Neal, Massachusetts, Ron Kind, Wisconsin, Lloyd Doggett, Texas, Jim McDermott, Democrat, Washington, Joe Crowley, Democrat, stupid as hell, New York. That's right, Joe. You're a moron. You tell me if these people care about our country. Oh, what did he say? Exactly what I meant. Cut 11, go.
I appreciate the fact that you are managing or attempting to 90,000 employees. You have a budget almost $11 billion. And I appreciate that you're doing this with a workforce since I've been in Congress that has shrunk 25,000 employees.
Let me add my regrets to you that this has been held, this hearing has been conducted as less as a hearing than it has been as an inquisition. And
really,
you deserve better.
I too want to thank you for your public service and your distinguished career. And I don't want to apologize to the IRS, but I do want to apologize to you.
Oh, you a-hole.
Based on what we've heard so far today, if you came in here and said you agreed with everything that the Republicans have suggested, then they would say, we don't believe you. They have come to a conclusion,
genius,
not based upon the facts, but upon what they might promote as a conspiracy. The only thing it's missing is Oliver Stone.
And Mr. Commissioner, this what you're seeing is a expected reaction from an overzealous committee that is so desperate to find any type of evidence, any type of fact that
boy, do I despise these people.
That does not exist. Point to a conspiracy that does not exist. I'm pleased you're going to be coming forward with
Lloyd
anything else that you can find.
A-hole, Texas.
This is not a serious investigation, but the endless pursuit.
I can't take it. I can't take it. There are 3 or 4 others. I can't take it. These men have zero integrity, no integrity whatsoever. And we're paying their salaries, we're paying their pension, we're paying for their junkets, we're paying their staffers, we're paying their utilities at the Capitol building. These are not representatives of the people. Like I've said many, many times, the Democrat Party today is like the old Communist Party. These are party members. They don't conduct themselves as American citizens. They are party members. Party members first. Like the old Soviets. You a party member? Yes. Then you live or die by the party. And nobody steps out of line. Does it not amaze you? I'm sure it doesn't, but I'm saying it rhetorically. Does it not amaze you that not a single Democrat on that committee today spoke out and chastised what the hell's going on? Oh, well, this is just over the top, these Republicans, this investigation, Hard drives destroyed, missing, emails destroyed, missing. The investigative committees aren't informed about it in a timely manner. They have the next Obama hack running the IRS, fresh off the great job at Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. What's the difference? So they've got their cover-up team and their cover-up members of the committee. Why are they covering up anything? Obama said it's no big deal. His fingerprints aren't on it, right? White House is in the clear. Why are they covering this up? Why are they running interference for Obama if he doesn't need interference to be run for him? Awful, awful, awful. I remember the days when Democrats would step out and challenge their own party and their own president. Those days are over. It's completely different now. We challenge Republicans, don't we? We're the Democrats. It's the totalitarian mindset. It's there in front of you. That's who they are. That's what they've become. Simply no question about it. But this Lloyd Doggett in particular from Texas. Lloyd, are you listening? Lloyd? Hello, Lloyd. I bet Lloyd had his ass kicked as a kid over and over and over again. Wouldn't you guess, Mr. Producer? Lloyd? Lloyd, come home. Your cookies and milk are ready. Ma, I'm 19. Stop. No, Lloyd. Come on, stop playing wiffle ball outside. It's time to come home. It's getting dark. Mom. Here's Lloyd Doggett, Texas. Cut 10, go.
I'm pleased you're going to be coming forward with anything else that you can find. Because though this is not a serious investigation, but the endless pursuit, the obsession with conspiracy and conspiracies, we do need to have every bit of information.
Stop. Have you noticed he's a little slow on the uptake, this guy? I think he's walked into a few walls. This obsession with the conspiracy and conspiracies. What are you talking about, jerk? The hard drives have been destroyed. The emails are destroyed. The I.R.S. early on confessed at an American Bar Association meeting. We apologize. America, apologize for what? We apologize for, these audits that took place involving, Tea Party. Tea Party. I want to step back and mention something here, putting all this aside. The Tea Party, conservatives, patriotic Americans, we want our country back from people like this. We've had enough of Washington. We've had enough of this massive federal leviathan, these bureaucrats, these regulations, these laws. We've had enough of the politicians. We insist on being left alone. We want to keep what we earn. We're tired of subsidizing losers. We're told that there's something wrong with us earning a living and saving money and passing it on to our children and our grandchildren. We are sick and tired of being pushed around. And that's the bottom line. And let me remind everybody, the Tea Party movement, that is a people's movement, we the people, began not in the beginning of the Obama administration, but at the end of the Bush administration. This is exactly why conservatives who dare to take on the neo-statist Republicans, who dare to take on the Thad Cochrans, are attacked by the Republican Party, attacked by the Democrat Party. Look how they fear us. They sick the I.R.S. on us. They sick the I.R.S. on the Tea Party movement. They're pouring millions into Mississippi to defeat a wonderful candidate because he's not one of them. It is us against them. So what? They're fighting amongst each other. They're fighting amongst each other over who can control us. Let me put it to you this way. How many more laws do we need, ladies and gentlemen? How many more regulations do we need? From Washington, D.C., from barely coherent, relatively average to low IQ politicians. How many more rules do we need in order to conduct our business each day, in order to live our lives each day? Do we really need the government telling us what to feed our children? Do we really need the government telling us what kind of toaster to buy? Do we really need the government driving up the cost of health care and driving down the value of our homes? I mean, we're paying an awful lot of money, those of us who pay taxes, for what? For what? And let me be clear about something. The phrase is crony capitalism, not crony socialism. That wouldn't make any sense because socialism involves cronyism as part of its DNA. When we talk about crony capitalism, we're talking about pretend capitalists, not pretend socialists, pretend capitalists who use government, who use their money, who use whatever power they can attain to pervert capitalism, to pervert it. It is a phrase that should not be changed. It's not an attack on capitalism by using that word. It's an attack on those who attack capitalism. It is crony capitalism. It is a phrase that I didn't invent, but I popularized in Liberty and Tyranny. Corporatism, the corporatists. Another phrase, word, that I popularized. I didn't invent it, but but it's an important word. And now you'll hear everybody use it. Statist. You never heard anybody use that word. That came out of Liberty and Tyranny too, to describe who they are. They're for the state, period. Government, period. And this is what we're fighting. You see what the IRS is doing? You see what all these departments and agencies are up to. When does it end? Where does it end? They're never abolished. They're never restrained. Their budgets are never cut. Their regulations are never limited. We're smothered with this crap. The nation is dying internally from all this crap. Our college graduates can't find jobs. They're not lazy. They're not wanting to sit on a sofa eating Cheetos, watching TV. No, they want to work. Many of them want to work. They come out of college, they're all excited, and 25% of them can't find anything. Meanwhile, both parties say, well, we need more, scientists from overseas, and we need more. We have them here. They can't find work. And by the way, how many rocket scientists and nuclear scientists are rushing our borders now among the refugees on the southern border? Like zero? Yes, zero.